Hello friends, welcome to this video. Myself Ganesh Pai. Today I'm going to talk about a very important topic. A very hot topic for today is how to handle the economic blow which is going to come because of this COVID-19 issue. So before I jump into this topic, let me just ask you a question. Do you think this kind of a crisis is new for humanity? Possibly yes. In some ways yes, in some ways no. Because humanity has seen a lot of different crises earlier which may not be of this magnitude but was of different magnitude at different times. We have seen a lot of wars, we have seen a lot of health crises, and we have seen a lot of other economic crises which have gone in the last century. But with all of them, human beings have evolved and found new opportunities to live on this planet successfully, and all the businessmen, all the employees have found new ways to live peacefully and more prosperously in this world, isn't it? In the same way, we will be able to find right ways and the right methods to live this crisis ahead, and we'll be able to find new opportunities in the coming days. Now the simple question is, how is it possible? I'll come to that point. I'll give you 3 points today, or 3 steps today, as to how you can do this. But before that, I just want to talk about a little bit of history. What happens when we get into such kind of crisis scenario? So if you look at the World War II, when the World War II was happening, we lost around 75 million people. We lost around 75 million lives. At that point of time, every business collapsed, economic collapsed, everything was in soup. But some people found some opportunities. Industries like paper napkins and sanitary towels grew like anything, because that was a need of the hour at that point of time. Wristwatch industry started at the time of World War II. Till that time, people were wearing waist watches. And during World War II, there was a huge need for wristwatches. So wristwatch industry boomed like anything. What I'm trying to say here is that every crisis brings in certain kind of opportunities in the different phase. Every crisis brings opportunities, but the opportunities will be having a different phase. We just have to be clever enough to identify that phase. Now let me tell you a story. There were 2 friends, Ritu and Meena. Both of them were very good dancers, and they were very good classical dancers, Indian classical dancers. They were waiting for a right opportunity in their life. One day they got a call from a reality show, and both of them went for audition. Unfortunately, they did not go through. Both were not able to go through. They felt very bad, and with a dejected face, they came back home. For a week's time, they were not able to cope up with this, because that was a dream they had. That was a very good opportunity they had. And all their dreams were shattered in a moment. But that point of time, they had to take a decision as to what they want to do for their future. Ritu told to herself that I'm not going to give up. I'll try to understand what has gone wrong and try to correct it. And she did so. She tried learning Western dance because she realized that being only classical dancer was not enough to make a career into dancing. So she started learning Western dance, and in parallel she started honing more skills in her core area, which was classical dance. But Meena, after getting disheartened, post getting rejection from the audition, did not put any effort. She just thought that this is end of my career, I can't do my dancing anymore, I can't really find any more opportunities. So if I've lost such a big opportunity, then what am I going to get in future? So she just stopped dancing, she just stopped practicing her dance. After a time of 6 months, one of the choreographers had a look at the audition video of both these girls. He was quite impressed. He called both of them and said that, I'm looking for an assistant choreographer and I see you guys have some skill. Why don't you give an audition again? Ritu was very happy because she was already into it. She had practiced the skill for quite a long time. In addition, she was ready with the Western dance skill as well. Whereas Meena was not ready. She just lost it. There is a strong learning in this. Every crisis pulls us down. It is the mind or the thoughts which either help us grow or put us down. So in the similar way, today, coronavirus crisis might have put us down on many aspects. Even though the economic crisis has not come in front of us, we are presuming that a lot of things are going to go down. But we also have to remember that there are going to be a lot of opportunities. We should not miss that point very well. Now, how to deal with this? Yes, we agree that there are a lot of opportunities which are going to come. How to deal with this? Now I'll come to the 3 steps or 3 pointers which we can follow to make sure that we are ready for the upcoming economic, I would call it as boom, because the boom will come in a different form. It will not be the same as what we have seen till now. It's going to be a different boom altogether. The first thing what you need to do is embrace disruption. Let me repeat that. Embrace disruption. So what do I mean by that? When the economy is getting into disruption mode, we have to disrupt ourselves to adapt to it. We can't be stubborn with our current skills and abilities and go back to the customer and say that I'm ready for the new reforms. We have to disrupt ourselves. The biggest problem or the biggest hurdle of disruption is our own ego. World is changing, and if entire economy is changing in different direction, then you have to get down and do some stuff to learn some new skills and get on to track. And that's most important today. For us to learn something, our mind doesn't permit, because our ego doesn't permit us to learn. For that, first thing what we need to do is break that ego barrier. Quite easy to say, isn't it? But very difficult to follow. But let me give you some tips to do it. If you're in an office and if you have been doing some kind of work for quite a long time, try disrupting yourself and try to do something else which you are not at all good at. Try doing something which your ego never permits you to do. Let me repeat that sentence again. Try doing something which your ego never permitted you to do. That's how you break ego. You know, when we go to gym, people who build muscles, how they build it? The moment we lift heavy weights, the muscles are broken. When the muscles are broken, there is a space for muscles to grow. In the same way, when we break our ego, then there is a space for us to grow. When we break our ego, our learning aptitude starts growing. And when we are able to learn what's coming up on our way, it's easy to pick up the opportunities on our way. If we are not learning, then we are not going anywhere. Embracing disruption also means that there's going to be a lot of change in the markets. Globalization will take a big hit. I'm not saying globalization will go, but globalization will take a big hit. Because of the coronavirus crisis, there has been a lot of disruption in the supply chain in the entire world, and the trust on globalization has gone down. countries and business are looking at reshoring against offshoring, which was very normal till now. Reshoring means getting the businesses back to their own country and build their own demand within the country and be self-sustainable. With this, there's going to be a lot of opportunity in localized markets. And there's going to be a lot of disruption in terms of needs of people. We should be ready to embrace that disruption. Number 2, reskill yourself. Whatever you have done for last 15 to 20 years or 10 to 15 years or whatever time you have spent in the industry might not be valid or relevant in the coming days. You may have to learn some new skills. Till now we were going like herds. We were following someone, we were following some people who were successful. But the definition of success is going to change in the coming days. The definition of success will come based on what you're good at and how well you have adapted with the new change which is going to come in the economy with the new skills. In short, I would like to say that find what kind of axe you have, find what kind of sword you have, and sharpen that sword with new skills. The next point you have to take care of during the reskilling phase is maintain minimalistic living. The coronavirus crisis has taught us minimalistic living. It has taught us how we can live with minimum resources. It's not a time to spend, it's a time to invest. Invest in your own self. Invest in building your own skills and abilities. It's time to reinvent yourself. Number 3, with both the topics of embracing disruption and reskilling yourself, you have to be quick. There's no other option. You have to be quick and innovative. So be quick and innovative. There are going to be hundreds of people who will be competing with you, or thousands of people for that matter, who are going to be competing with you in the same space. So agility will be most important along with speed. You have to be agile enough to adapt to the situation, and you have to be fast enough to get to the market. When you get to the market with speed, many a times you will lose out on one topic, that is uniqueness, isn't it? Out of 1,000 people who are competing with you, 100 people will still be quick as you are. But if you have to stand out of those 100 people also, then you have to be innovative. You have to be unique. There is no other option. So quickness and innovativeness is inevitable in the coming world. Find new avenues. Find new ways to do business. Because the power centers across the globe are going to shift now. A lot of countries are going to change their strategies in terms of working, and a lot of businesses are going to change their way of working as well. With this, there are going to be a lot of opportunities for all of us. So we'll have to figure out what's best for us and innovate our ways to success. So let me repeat again the 3 steps: embrace disruption, reskill yourself, and be quick and innovative. I'll be coming up with more videos like this, and the whole intent of bringing such kind of videos is to grow together with all my brothers and sisters of India towards building a new India. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.